Let us know where you are. Are you outside the church right now?
Yes, so we are at First Baptist Church. We just had a walking procession of CMPD officers as they're lining up at the entrance of the church. The procession for the vehicles will be coming in about 9 to 10 minutes or so. So as we're waiting for that procession of officers, that large, long procession of officers with the flashing blue lights that really presents a stunning scene. If we can pan over here, Mike, right outside the government center, we have all of these people who are waiting out here, waiting for this procession to arrive, many paying their respects to fallen officer Mia Goodwin. Something that was pretty shocking when we learned about it is that she's the first female CMPD officer to die in the line of duty. It's really a stunning fact that we just learned today, and our understanding is that the visitation and the funeral service is open to the public. The visitation will be lasting from about 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Let me step aside so that you can get a better look at right in front of the church. So the visitation will be from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and then we have the actual funeral service, which we will be covering here on WCNC Charlotte. As we wait for that procession to come through, it is amazing to see so many people out here who are coming in, particularly City of Charlotte workers, to pay their respects. Something else that was also interesting, we talk a lot about first responders. Excuse me, we talk about first responders when it comes to CMPD officers and firefighters, and something else we also saw among the people who were there, not just detectives, but also it looks like CMPD dispatchers. Many of them are really the first of the first responders. They're the first ones to get that call. So during that walking procession, and if we have that, if we can play that, it was incredible to see. You had the officers in uniform starting out the walking of the procession, and then you also had the additional detectives and then the dispatchers themselves walking through here. Officer Mia Goodwin, she had just returned from work after being on maternity leave for her third child. We've learned a lot about her, the type of officer she was, a lot of the things that we have heard people saying, and really what CMPD has been posting on their Facebook page right now is about how dedicated she was to the community. They talked about one instance where she helped a driver after they had an issue with their car, and they posted a photo of her, and even though she was wearing a mask during that photo, you could see her smiling with her eyes. And it's really been a sad day for many of these officers as we're continuing to wait for that procession to get through from Alexander Funeral Home to First Baptist Church. This is typically the church where you see a lot of these officer funerals that happen in Charlotte. Unfortunately, there has been a few recently, especially with the COVID-19 pandemic. Something else that has also been incredibly interesting that we will get to see today is, and it's really an emotional part, is when we listen to the dispatch audio and get that the last call, if you will, when it comes to the last call in the dispatch audio, where they say at the end, after they call out for Officer Goodwin's badge number, that they say that they got it from here, that they have her shift from here. So it's really a somber moment right now as they're starting to block down traffic in Uptown as we await for this funeral procession.